she'll get a hold of Matt tomorrow. please rise.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, I thank you all for being here this evening, and those that are online, thank you for in attendance. Mr. Hersey, our treasurer, is in the back there. Thank you for being here, sir. Let's start with a roll call.
Well, okay. Rosenberg,
Present.
Mylard, Albrecht,
Yeah.
Lotz,
Yes.
Carney,
Yes.
Floney,
Here.
Roach,
Here.
Hudson,
Here.
Blackburn,
Here.
Vorse,
Here.
Campbell,
Here.
Parchman,
Here.
Van Hook.
Here.
Thank you. You've all received copies of our minutes of our June 17th meeting. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing or seeing none? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Minutes are approved. Thank you. There is no public hearing tonight. We do have a couple of presentations. I would like to ask Chief White if he'll meet me up here front. I'm going to ask Chief to explain this to you, but what he and the rest of the department should be very, very proud of this award, because last week the state fire marshal was here and the deputy fire marshal, and they presented this to our department because of all the work and effort of our department, and it's the first time that this award has come south of Springfield. And it's quite an honor. So, Chief, I'll let you explain a little bit about that, and then I think you've got a promotion you want to talk about.
Yeah, so as mentioned at a previous meeting, nominated the department for the State Fire Marshal's 2024 Fire Prevention and Life Safety Award. So that application went in, and we competed against about 30 other departments throughout the state, from the city of Chicago down to a couple small volunteer departments. And out of that, we were selected for the 2024 award for the state of Illinois for that time period. In that presentation, we highlighted what we do as a volunteer department, which I thought was quite remarkable. We have our smoke detector program that we continue to expand. We average around 150 to 200 installs a year, with another 200 or 300 batteries to go with that for everybody who isn't quite sure how to change a battery. We have a new fire and life safety educator we hired. Many of you have met her now in different community events, and she is a ball of fire getting our education piece out there. We've also taken now and started a one home, one extinguisher program. It's great to be alerted to the fire, but if we can teach and educate people how to put out a small fire themselves, that will save destruction of the house and hopefully prevent injuries and deaths. So we've got a fire extinguisher program now where we go out and educate folks, kind of starting with our low income, folks that need help, folks that have anybody that has disabilities in the house, getting those out there to them, getting them installed, showing them how to use them. And then also now installing smoke detectors for the visual and the hearing impaired, which sets a whole different set of detectors to go for that. If you think about somebody who can't hear going to sleep at night, they're never going to hear that chirping, so there's bed shakers and things that we now install to ensure those folks are there. So we highlighted a whole lot of things, and the state was gracious enough to award us for 2024.
And you've had a retirement, which has brought about a promotion.
Correct. So this year, Steve Donahue was one of our captains. He retired here a couple months ago. So that left us with a vacancy in the captain's places. So John Williams, if you want to come up. John's been one of our long-standing members on the department with over 20 years of service now. He's one of our lieutenants. He's our training officer. He makes sure everybody's meeting their training requirements, puts together everything we do monthly. And as of about a week ago now, he is our newest captain to the department. So congratulations.
just want to take the time to, thank Chief White, thanks the aldermen, alderwomen. Appreciate the opportunity. Like I said, I want to expand upon the things that I've done over the years and continue to grow. And obviously, the promotion comes with more responsibilities, but we'll definitely grow within them. But thank you.
I told him earlier that there is a person up above that is smiling down. His dad passed away not too long ago and was extremely proud of him and was quite the motivator as well for you to go on. And I know he's looking down and smiling big time.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. Congratulations, Chief. Congratulations, Captain. And congratulations to the entire department for winning that. That's quite an honor for a volunteer fire department to bring that home when you know that there's a lot of full-time fire departments that were not able to come to that rating. So very, very high for all the efforts. And Chief, I understand you've got a good recruiting class coming in as well.
Yes, sir. Currently, we have, when I was hired in January of 2019, we had 38 firefighters on the books. As of this evening, we have 59, and I've got 13. We're sitting into the academy class in August.
Very good. Thank you. With that, we will move into anybody who has any public comments to make. We'd ask that you please make your comments to the entire council. Those comments should be limited to no more than 5 minutes. We ask that you use proper decorum since this is a business meeting, and do not address it to any individuals or people in the audience. Please state your name and the ward, or if you're representing a company, your name and the company that you represent. So at this time, there is a second opportunity later on in the meeting. So at this time, I'll open it up for anybody who has any comments to make to the council.
Hello? Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Name is Vern Moyer, Ward 3. Although I've heard from people said they want me to come up here and talk, but it's my chance to throw my 2 cents in. Or nowadays, it's more like 5 cents or more. Maybe even a Indian head nickel. I don't know. I know there's this, on the warrant report, page 12, you got some more money you stuck into the park, although you're claiming it's not to, it is community park trail improvement, but you're improving the park. 95,000 and almost 96,000, okay? Page 13, there's some work for inspection has been done on Apartment Lane and Central Park for $65,000 and change. I'm just wondering what kind of inspection costs that kind of money. Page 15 for your landscape and structural people, I see you've paid a balance of $79,029 for some more, I guess, sporting equipment or whatever. I don't know what portion that's going to the community park or which portion is going to the sports park, but I'd like a breakout on that, or let me know from the podium, because the people I think also would like to have an answer to that, not in whatever. Page 24, Steve's auto repair. I had no problem doing the auto repair on some of our vehicles for vandalism. My question is, I didn't see any reports of this in the paper, vandalism that occurred to these vehicles. So, and what was the vandalism and how did it occur? Over the past couple of days, I don't know if you've heard that up in Alton, they had a problem with their sporting up there. They had a subsidence collapse or something. I was just wondering how secure our soccer field is out there with the mines being underneath it. If I can answer on that regard. And then I also noticed down at You Scream Ice Cream down there, driving through there dark at night, there's not a light down there for safety for those people to be around there. And there is a lot of kids down there, you know, getting ice cream at that time, and it's kind of dark, them coming out and getting in cars and whatever, and there's no street light down there to protect that area. Thank you much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else have any comments? Hearing and seeing none, I will move on into my report. One, I'd like to wish our Director of Public Works, Jeff Taylor, a happy birthday. Another year has passed. Also, just on July 3rd is our fireworks display. We're hoping that the weather allows everything to go. There's a possibility of some rain. We're trying to set up a backup date for that. Right now, we're leaning, if we would need to use a backup date, that we would use July 7th. We're waiting to get everything coordinated on that as a backup date, but hopefully the weather will cooperate with us. City offices will be closed on July 4th in observation of Independence Day. Again, I will ask people, because of injuries that occur, because the impact that it has on citizens that suffer from PTSD, please use legal fireworks, but not illegal fireworks as designated by the state of Illinois. Please. There's too many injuries, too many fires that are caused, and also some major problems to some of our citizens. The second Downtown Nights will be on July 3rd. That is, or July 11th, excuse me. It's moved from the 4th because of the holiday to the 11th. Again, that will be from 5 to 9 p.m. The citizen survey postcards should be going out by the middle of July. We hope that as many of you get those surveys, that you will respond. We ask that they ask that you go online to respond, so we get everybody's response in as quickly as possible. So we ask you to do that. Also, maybe alluding to one of the things that was just mentioned earlier, it's important for people to notice, we've put out notices today, but on July 8th, the intersection at Central Park Drive and Hartman Lane will be closed to the entrance on Central Park. Hartman Lane will remain open, but Central Park will be closed. The reason it's being closed is we are putting in another turn lane, so it's widening of Hartman between Route 50 and Central Park. There will be new signals going into there. And then there is a new culvert being installed under Central Park to allow for better flow when we have stormwater and so forth that flow through there. So that will be occurring. People are asked if they need to use that way or an entrance, they will be going down. There'll be signage out there to go down to Park Plaza, and they can make a left there and cut over to Central Park. Jeff, is there anything I missed on that? And there's notices that will be out, signage and everything on that. So that will be closed till probably sometime late November. So that's a major undertaking, like anything else when there's major road work. It's inconvenience for a lot of people, but the idea is to have a much better flow once this is all taken care of and all resolved. So that's a project that our Public Works Department has been working on for a number of years to get that underway. And they've had to do engineering studies, they've had to submit it to the state, they've had to do acquisition of some property through there to allow for the expansion of the roadway. So the other thing is on July 17th, I will be holding another town hall right here at 6 o'clock. The subject matters will be a little bit along the line of what we just talked about with Central Park, and also going over some of the new items that have been brought up from some of the studies that have been done on Pierce. Another thing that will be covered will be the new rates under electrical aggregation and how those will take place and how they impact people and how they can opt out or opt in on those different things. The other presentation we'll have that same night is a brief presentation on the final results of our Forward 50 study. That has pretty well been wrapped up, and Justin and his staff are putting that together, and they'll have some other significant announcements on that, but this will be a little bit of a brief explanation to everybody on what the final wrap-up was of the year-long study of Route 50. I'd also like to ask the council members if any of you want to participate by having a vehicle or be in the parade for City Fest, if you'd please let me know by next Monday so that we can get everything set up on there and have you set up for, we have right now, I think, if I understand correctly, we've got about 55 entries into it. We'd like to cap it at about 70, no more than 70, so. Okay, and that, of course, is Saturday, August the 24th. With that said, I'm going to move on into resolutions. Mr. Rosenberg, 7.1, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to approve a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement with Cordy Luke John, Inc. for the 2024 water main replacement program in the amount of $1,403,909 based on unit prices.
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing and seeing none. Roll call.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Lotz.
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Boney.
Yes.
Roach.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Blackburn.
Yes.
Vorse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Thank you. Mr. Rosenberg, 7.2, please.
I'd like to make a motion to approve a resolution adopting the Stormwater Assistance Program.
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second. Any discussion? Yes, sir.
I just want to reiterate what was said a week ago, that Jeff and anybody else that worked on this, I think it's a fantastic program.
Agreed. Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, seeing none, roll call.
Lotz.
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Boney.
Yes.
Roach.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Blackburn.
Yes.
Vorse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll move to ordinances for first reading. Mr. Roach, 8.1, please.
Yes, thank you. I make a motion that we approve an ordinance amending Title 11, Chapter 112, Section 112.20, 112.25, mobile food vehicle vendors.
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, roll call.
Carney.
Yes.
Boney.
Yes.
Roach.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Blackburn.
No.
Vorse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg. Affirmative.
Mylark. Albrecht, I mean.
No.
Lotz.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Roach, under ordinances for second reading, 9.1, please.
Yes, I make a motion that we approve ordinance amending ordinance 623 zoning development known as Equipment Share located at 117 Auto Court.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. This is a new development moving into the old Offenburg property. I hear and see no complaints or questions. Roll call.
Foney,
Yes.
Roach,
Yes.
Hudson,
Yes.
Blackburn,
Yes.
Force,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Parchman,
Yes.
Van Hook,
Yes.
Rosenberg,
Affirmative.
Albrecht,
Yes.
Lotz,
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Mr. Roach, 9.2, please.
Yes, I make a motion that we approve the ordinance approving the final plot for the reserves of Timber Ridge West Phase 3.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, roll call.
Roach,
Yes.
Hudson,
Yes.
Blackburn,
Yes.
Force,
Yes.
Campbell,
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook,
Yes.
Rosenberg,
Affirmative.
Albrecht,
Yes.
Lotz,
Yes.
Carney,
Yes.
Foney.
Yes.
Thank you. Those being the last action items to be brought forward on this, I will open this up for the second time for any additional comments that anybody has that they would like to make to the council.
Vermillion Ward 3. I missed one on the first tab. And it's your IT department. You're replacing a SAN Dell Powerhouse CIP for $93,000. Well, I'd say $94,000. I have no idea what that is. And I'd like some explanation why you're spending whatever you're spending for. I know computers ain't cheap, but I don't know. Maybe you can get an answer from the podium to find out what we're spending that on. And on my other note, don't forget the test tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, anyone else have any comments? Hearing and seeing none, I'll just try to respond to a couple of things. One, the IT, if you'd like to come on in, IT would be more than happy to explain everything to you on that. The other part on the vandalism, we had a gentleman who did some vandalism to several of our cars here in the parking lot. That's the repair work that is being done. They actually kicked into the side of about 3 cars and did some other damage, so that's what that was referring to. And up in Alton, the cave-in that, thank goodness there was nobody on those fields, but that was caused by an active rock quarry that was undermining that area. I don't know what kind of warnings or what else occurred or what happened on it, but it was a tremendous cave-in when it occurred. So, okay. We'll move on to community reports. Community development, Mr. Roach.
Yes, we met this past Monday. We had several items that we've already addressed. We will not have any meeting next week, so our next one would be 3 weeks from today.
And 11.1?
Oh, I'm sorry, we do have a special event, I apologize. Special event permit request, I make a motion that we approve the request from World Gigs LLC for a weekly food truck located at 810 Overneferman Road for a period of 4 months.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the special event permit. Is there any discussion or comments?
I do. Oh, and Jerry does. You can go.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, I'm probably one of the more liberal thinkers on food trucks. So, I support them. I don't really, get too much where they are, what the rules are. But now that we just did pass this new ordinance, I think it's important that the new application fits that, and they have 5 Saturdays for September. So that already goes against what we just passed. So I would just like to see it to the 4 days a month, like their new ordinance says. So that's my only issue with this one.
Anyone else?
Well, the only comment I
Oh,
would make.
Jerry has a
Oh, go
comment
ahead.
down here. No? Okay, go ahead.
The only comment I would make is that what at least I believe we're agreeing to with the new food truck ordinances, simply that's what staff can approve on their own. That doesn't mean that nobody can ask for those. It would just require council approval. So in this case, I'm in favor of it, but I think that's what we were approving, is that staff has the liberty to approve up to 4, but obviously anybody can request more.
Correct. Any other comments? Hearing or seeing none, roll call.
Hudson.
Yes.
Blackburn.
Yes.
Vorse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Lutz.
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Boney.
No.
Roach.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Moving into Public Works, Mr. Roseberg.
Thank you, sir. We met on June 24th, and the draft minutes are attached. We took care of everything we needed to take care of tonight, and the next meeting is scheduled for July 29th. Check the website for times, because they do change.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Vorse, Public Safety.
This committee has not met since our last council meeting, so the next scheduled meeting is August 12th. Please check the website for details.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Albrecht, Parks and Environment.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, the next meeting will be next Monday. Check the website to make sure about the time.
Thank you, sir. I think that
Oh, I'm sorry.
that committee meeting has been canceled. All committee meetings for next Monday have been canceled. So our next actual meeting will be full council meeting on the 15th here.
So you don't need to worry about it.
Okay. Mr. Parchman, Finance and Administration.
Thanks, sir. We've got a few items for action here, 15.1 and 15.2. So 15.1, motion to approve budget to actual report for the time period ending April 30th through 2024. I'd like to make a motion for that.
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing and seeing none. Roll call.
Blackburn.
Yes.
Vorse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Lutz.
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Boney.
Yes.
Roach.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Thank you. Then we have 15.2, the warrant approval. So I'd like to make a motion to approve warrant number 539 in the amount of $1,170,410.44.
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second on the warrant. Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none. Roll call.
Vorse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Lutz.
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Boney.
Yes.
Roach.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Blackburn.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, and then the last thing is 15.3. We have the draft minutes attached. All the business has been taken care of. Our next meeting, that was from June 24th. Our next meeting is the fourth Monday of the month, usually at 5:30. Check the website for any changes.
July 24th.
Thanks.
July 24th. What they're saying.
Okay. With that being the last bit of business to come forward, is there a motion for adjournment?
So move.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. We stand adjourned, and a happy 4th of July to everybody, and a safe one.
Like the new agenda on the screen.
Keep your powder dry.
Well, I was talking with Grant about it, and he was gonna try to get it going. I didn't know he was gonna do it tonight.
Night.
Hey, how you doing? Good. How about you, sir? Back off the road for, what's that, Back off the road for a week or two? For this week.
in Chicago last week. I'll be back in Chicago next week. Then I'm in Ohio the week after. So yeah.
Almost World War this schedule.
Yeah, well,